Darwin is an awesome location on the radar of many avid fishers. The Sportfish crew recently headed north on Bill Classen's annual trip to the Territory. This year, Dundee Beach was the destination, and at 140 kilometres southwest of Darwin, the area offers spectacular fishing for reef and pelagic species. However, it was the Finnis River and the lure of its plentiful barra that the crew most wanted to experience. Bill and Kane Dysart have shared many Territory adventures together. They teamed up again, this time with a bunch of great trolling lures, and the quest for Finnis River barra began.
Well, we look for areas, on a deep bend's obviously a good spot to start. Somewhere where there's a rock bar. The stretch we're trolling now, there's plenty of snags deep in the water. We're picking them up on the sounder. There's also a nice undulating bottom, and the barra like to sit in the pressure waves behind those. Just come out, and they're ambush feeders, so they come out and eat fish and hopefully our lures as they pass by. Well, the fish are generally sitting deep on the snags or the rock bars. We're just trolling a snaggy stretch here. The tide's pushing in, but the river, the floodwater is actually still pushing out, so we're going up against the floodwater. This just allows us to bounce our lures over the snags. If you do happen to hit a snag, like we have been, you can just drop it into neutral, chuck it in free spool, let your lure float back up. Just work that area, because that's probably where the fish are going to be sitting as well.
We're trolling in 4.5, 5 metres of water, so what lure do you use there? Obviously a diver.
Yeah, something that gets right down there. And Bill's on now.
Not big.
Like you were using a poltergeist then, Billy, and it got...
Yeah, 5 metre poltergeist, and it was just bumping the bottom.
And that's really the secret to fishing these areas. You've got to get your lures in the strike zone. They've got to be hitting the timber or the rock bar. The poltergeist did the trick. Right depth, for the right depth of water, bashing into the snags. And these lures are really good because they float up well. You could almost drag them through anything. We're picking a few fish up on the sounder here. Same run where you just got your last fish.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do in that situation is turn around and give it a few more quick goes. These fish do tend to sit in schools.
So troll up. When you've finished your trolling run, lures in, power back down, troll back up again.
Yeah. I mean, when the tide starts to slow down, you can actually troll both ways quite easily, but at this stage, it's probably a little bit much run. You can only safely go one way.
The Halco Poltergeist is a bite-sized lure that does a great job of imitating smaller bait fish. Although small, it's still very durable to handle the rigours of the Territory and its barra.
So this one's undersized. We're going to let him go. And a good thing to do with these fish, because there's a lot of predators in the river and they're a little bit worn out after the fight, just whack them back in alongside the bank or in near the snags so they've got a bit of time to recuperate. So he'll go there and nestle in the snags and get his breath back and hopefully grow to eat a lure another day.
If you're planning a trip to the Territory to troll up a barra, then bring along a well-balanced bait cast outfit. A 10 kilo weight rod, reel loaded with 50 pound braid and 60 to 80 pound leader, and you're very well in the running to chase those barra. Varying lure colour and retrieves is a good strategy when on the water. Kane has gone for a darker lure colour here, and he's quickly into a better fish.
Nice. We've seen the fish down deep, Bill, and we stuck on a purple poltergeist this time. And it did the trick. Got him on the green poltergeist again. Now these lures are dynamite for trolling through the snags. They really ride with a nose down action. So when they do hit a snag, they bounce up and float back up over it and continue to swim through. So they're really easy to work through snags, even for a novice angler.
The boys make the decision to leave behind a bunch of competitive but smaller fish to explore further upriver. The decision is well worth the effort, as after taking us through a little sounding technique, Kane finds himself hooked up to the fish of the day.
We're seeing a pot of fish on the side scan there. That's about 5 metres out from the side of the boat. So what you do is you just deviate your troll run enough to run your lures over the top of those fish and hopefully entice a bite. Got him out. Well, we were very lucky then to get that one out of the snag. As you probably saw, he was right in the bushes. Bit of good boat work by my mate here, Bill.
We're working right over those snags too.
Yeah,
about a 5 to 3 metres. And you changed it over to a scorpion.
I did. We saw a few bigger mullets swimming around, so I thought I'd try and match the bait. It's a good idea to get out in the middle of the river once you've got him well and truly hooked. Ooh. Nice fish.
Yeah, well, it's got a bit of weight on him too.
Give you a lift at that one, mate. Beauty.
Nice fish.
Now that was
Not a
on
metre, but it's well up there.
It's a solid fish. They're well conditioned this year. We've had a good wet season. Off she goes. She'll just lay there in the snags now and get its breath back and hopefully it'll lure another day.
The most productive time of the year to chase barra in the Finniss is from March through to August. However, if you want to get on the water and chase those 1 metre beauties, make sure you're out there March, April, and on some years even through to May. The Finnis River empties into the blue waters around Dundee Beach. This area is a haven for many pelagic species, and it's hard not to have a crack at them on that drive back to Dundee.
It's Bill Klassen here from The Fishing Show, and if you like this instructional video and want to learn more, it's simple. Go to fishingshowtv.com.au and see a whole host of additional videos.